continue collecting, and remember, stay casual. Welcome back, casual collectors. I'm Steel Wolf.
And Spider Kid.
And today we're bringing you a review of the SH Figuarts Super Saiyan Vegeta Awakened Super Saiyan Blood.
Just know that he is not a new figure, and we got him at Target for a price of $35.99, but he is currently still available here, and is sold out here. And so for box details, we can see on the front, it shows a nice picture of Vegeta in a pose with Bandai Namco right there, and the name of the figure. And for the side, it shows more of the pictures that are shown on the front. So now for the back, you can see information about the figure and other poses that it can do. Now for the side, a nice little window continuing from the front, and on the top, the same thing as the side. And for the bottom, it's a picture of Vegeta. And all that said, let's open him up.
Alright, here we have Vegeta out of the package and fully awakened, looking absolutely badass. And I gotta say right away, I'm digging that hair, man. I like that shine on it. That looks super cool, man. Really digging it. And I know that some people prefer the matte color, but I honestly think that they both work just fine. But this one looks awesome. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a closer look at some of the accessories that come with Vegeta. Alright, so here are all the accessories that come with Vegeta. And right away, we can see that he comes with 3 faces, a cross set of hands, as well as 4 sets of hands, and also 1 thumbs up hand. So let's right away take a closer look at the face that's already on the head. And here we have it, closer look, and right away, that smirk looks freaking menacing, man. That is so Vegeta right there, look at that. Great detail, great paint. Love those blue, almost turquoise colored eyes. Looks good, man. And like I said, I'm really digging that metallic sheen on the hair. I actually do like that. Look at that. You can see it more right there. Here's more of the sculpt of the head here. A little bit of extra plastic right up here at the tip, but not a big deal. Yeah, looking good throughout, man. Nice sculpt too. Let's go ahead and pop this face off and try a different one. All right, so let's go ahead and try out the screaming head here. And again, you just pull the face off. As you can see, those pegs go into those peg holes. And then you just line up this big old square piece right there, and there you go. Just like that, you can switch out the faces. All right, and here he is with his screaming head. And yeah, that looks good too, man. They did a clean paint job with the mouth, the teeth, the tongue. That all looks really good. Again, the eyes look good. Eyebrows look good. And the eyebrows even have that sheen to it too, so it looks really cool. All right, let's try the last and final face on him. All right, and here we have his more serious face. And still, it looks really good. Yep, no complaints here on this. I like the way it looks. All right, so with those faces out of the way, let's take a look at these crossed arms. And this is so classic, iconic Vegeta right here. Always looking to the side or always checking people out, seeing their skills while his arms are crossed. So very neat. Love this accessory. And obviously, you pop the arms off and you peg these in. And in fact, there are some instructions that come with the box here. Here's the box. And as you can see on the side of the box when you open it, it actually shows you those instructions, how you pop the arms off, you get this accessory, and then just peg right in, and there you go. So very neat little accessory, really like that. All right, and last but not least, let's take a look at all the hands that he comes with. So he comes with 2 fisted hands, which again, I think these are standard issue, very nicely sculpted. Not much with detail as in paint, you know, white, simple, but they look good. Next, we have these kind of martial arts posing hands, you know, maybe he's choking somebody. This looks like the Darth Vader choking hand kind of thing. Martial arts stance, like I said, or even ki blast possibly, you know, so you can use that for those things as well. And then we have these opened hands right here, and these are classic ki blast hands. In fact, these can even be used for when he does his final flash, you know, so very cool. And for the third set of hands, we have these more grabbing hands here. So again, you can kind of mix and match and kind of make them look different and do different things. It could be like, I don't know, doing like a fireball charging thing, so Gallic gun maybe even. And last but not least, he comes with 1 hand here that has that thumbs up in order to give him that classic Vegeta pose where he has the thumb up and he's pointing at himself as he's grinning. So very cool that they included this. And that's going to do it for accessories on Vegeta. Now, before we move on here, we're going to demonstrate what everything looks like on him. So let's go ahead and start with the stern-looking head. All right, and here he is with that serious face and his crossed arm accessories. And these look really cool on him, man. Definitely like how these look. They look so neat on him. Very cool. The only thing that's scary, though, it is popping off those arms. It is pretty scary, especially because those pegs are very small. And even these pegs are just kind of weird, because if we peg this off here to remove it, if you notice, if you take a look at these pegs, I feel like this peg here is pointing too much to this side, even though the actual peg hole itself seems like it should be pointing, this should be pointing inward to allow it to attach better. So you can see it right here very well right there. They're both pointing outward. And I feel that these are supposed to be pointing inward, as you can see, but I don't know, maybe it's just me. But yeah, you just peg that sucker in there and then you're good to go. But very cool accessory. All right, and here we have him with his screaming face and also his fisted hands. And yeah, that looks great, man. All right, and here he is with those martial arts kind of trigger finger looking hands there. As you can see, looking pretty cool. Very neat. All right, let's try another set of hands. All right, and here we have him with these jazz hands.
Jazz hands.
No, well, these are his key blasting hands, so definitely you can have him do that classic Vegeta thing, you know, where he puts his hand out like that, one-handed, and just fires off those key blasts, you know. So yeah, that looks cool. Or he could be doing his, you know, his final flash move where he basically goes open arms like this. You know, he screams out final flash or whatever, so get those key blast shots, you know. That's really cool. And for his third set of hands, here we have him kind of holding a fireball or charging a fireball, or he can be grabbing something or, you know, holding his chest or something like that. So not bad, pretty cool. And last but not least, here we have him with that thumbs up hand. And yeah, man, this is a classic Vegeta pose right here. Yep, looking nice. Very cool accessories in my opinion. All right, so with all this stuff out of the way, let's go ahead and take a closer look at some of the details on Vegeta. All right, so with details, we already pretty much covered the head, and we all agree that that head looks pretty cool. So very cool head, and I do like the sculpt on it. It looks very cool. It's a little spiky here, so it's not gonna cut you, but you definitely feel it when you put your hand on it, but yeah. And down to the neck area here, we see some sculpt there on the neck. That looks good. We see the top of the pecs there sculpted in. That's nice. And then for the chest piece, man, we got the cool looking Saiyan armor. So this came out looking really nice. Very nice detail here on the pec area. We got these cool straps here that are painted like a mustard kind of color almost. And then we got the ab area here, and this looks cool right here too, these sculpted lines. Same color paint as the straps here on the shoulder. Very nice. And then there's not much detail here on the arms other than all this cool musculature, other than these gloves too, but the gloves came out looking really nice, like these simulated sculpted wrinkles. That looks really nice. Same thing with the other arm, bunch of sculpted musculature as well as these wrinkles on the gloves. Further down, there's the Vegeta crotch, you know, looks pretty good here on the way that they connected all these joints here together. That looks nice. We got more musculature there on the thighs. There's the knees. Down to the boots here. These look very iconic, so yeah, looking nice. Nice wrinkles there on the boots as well. And then for the toe area here, we do have this cool looking sculpted lines there. That looks cool with that same mustard yellow as we saw up here on the chest plate or the chest armor. Taking a look at the back of the figure, there's the back of the boots. More of those simulated wrinkles there on the boots. Back of the thighs, a little bit of musculature. There's the Vegeta butt looking kind of weird. And here we have the back of the actual Saiyan armor. Some more sculpted lines there with that mustard color. Looking good. There's the back of the arms, more musculature. Here's the complete back of the actual upper torso of that armor. That looks nice with that white. And yeah, there you go. And those are all the details on Vegeta. All right, articulation. Let's go ahead and start with his head. His head can obviously spin a complete 360 there, and he can look up about that much, which is really good. I like that. And he can look down about that much. And this is using both a combination of the head and also the neck. But yeah, look at that. That looks awesome. Very nice range. And now, does he have a pile driver motion? Let's see. Yep, a little bit of a pile driver motion there. And he can also tilt the head about that much, as you can see. And you can even incorporate that neck there too, as you can see. It's kind of helping out. Moving over to the shoulders here. His shoulders go up to about that much. So not much range here, but that's as far as they're going to go. So you can get about a standard T-pose there. And now his arms obviously can rotate a complete 360 around, as you can see there. And then we do have this cool little hinge here that kind of goes up, as you can see, and down to allow you with more range of motion. So yeah, just about there. Now he does have a bicep swivel, as you can see here, and he does have double jointed elbows that go into about that much, so not too shabby at all. And now his hands, they can rotate here, they can swivel, as you can see, and they do have a hinge as well, as you can see. They're on like a ball joint kind of hinge thing, so they can hinge left and right, they can hinge up and down, as you can see. As for the torso, he can do an ab crunch forward about that much, and he can come back, ab crunch back about that much. You just go too far back and you start seeing this kind of open gap here, which looks very ugly. But now the upper torso can rotate on its own, as you can see, left and right there. And it is like on a little ball peg, so you can kind of swivel him around and rotate him around a little bit like that. And his waist can also swivel, as you can see here. So very neat. And it's kind of like in a ball peg as well. You can see he's kind of just moving around a little bit there. So pretty cool. As for the legs, he can do the splits about that much. He can also kick forward about that much, and he can kick back about that much. Now, just real quick, the kicking forward part, that's about as much as he's going to kick forward, even though in the actual box, in the product shot of the box, they showed us that he can perform this kick here. Now, based off what I'm seeing here, I don't think we can achieve that. I mean, this is as far as he's gonna, well, I can move, well, no, see, I move it up, and I feel like this joint's gonna pop out. That's about as far as he goes. If I go any further, it might pop out. Not just that, it doesn't want to stay there. It'll kind of want to come back down, as you can see, look at that. So, I don't know if you have to force it. I know Spider Kid was mentioning that maybe you remove this filler right here, you can achieve that. But I don't think you should have to remove that in order to achieve a pose that the box itself is telling you that the figure can do. So, yeah. Alright, moving on here. He does have an upper thigh cut, as you can see right here. And he also has double jointed knees that can bend in to about that much. He does not have a boot or calf swivel, but his feet can turn left and they can turn right. And they can rotate completely around, as you can see there. And then he also has toe articulation, as you can see. So very neat. Now his feet will kick up about that much, and they will kick back about that much. And he does also have ankle pivot, as you can see there. And that's going to do it for the articulation on Super Saiyan Vegeta. Alright, and Vegeta measures out to be just a little bit underneath the 6.5 mark. And that's because we're measuring from the toe all the way up to the tip of the hair. Alright, for some size comparisons, here is Vegeta next to a SH Figuarts Bodycoon figure, as well as the SH Figuarts Saiyan Raised on Earth Goku. And for some size comparisons with other toy lines, here we have Vegeta next to the Dragon Stars Perfect Cell, and also the Dragon Stars Bardock. Alright, and for another comparison with other toy lines, here we have him next to the McFarlane Toys My Hero Academia All Might, and also the McFarlane DC Multiverse Infected Superman. Alright, and for another comparison, here we have him next to the Tibidon Station Obi-Wan, as well as the G.I. Joe Classified Cobra Bat. Alright, and for our last comparison, here we have him next to the Jada Toys Street Fighter II Ryu, and also the Marvel Legends Amazing Spider-Man. Alright, final thoughts. Yeah, cool figure. I mean, visually, he just looks absolutely cool as hell. Classic Vegeta, so reminiscent of that character. They did a hell of a job nailing the look, nailing the attitude. Yeah, just, he's got it. He is Vegeta. And I don't know, people may not like that sheen on the hair, but I'm digging it. I actually do like it. And I know that some people might prefer the matte color to it, but I'm digging this. I think I like both. I think I'd rather, you know, kind of see that as a different form of Super Saiyan, but I do like it. So very, very cool. Articulation-wise, awesome. Just the only thing that's kind of throwing me off is that kick. That kick that they showed off on the box, you know, you just can't really achieve that unless you remove that filler piece, you know. But you shouldn't have to remove that filler piece in order to achieve that kind of articulation, especially that's what they're advertising. Now, maybe it's just that we didn't push it far enough, but Again, I'm not sponsored by anyone. Our channel is way too small for that, you know, so these figures actually come out of our pocket. So yeah, I'm not risking that, you know, at 36 bucks. Yeah, no. So that's as far as we went, but you know, it's possible that it did, you know, can reach that height, you know, or whatever. But price point, $36, you know. Yeah, it's basically as much as a NECA figure, a lot smaller and a lot less accessories, but the articulation is amazing and the head sculpts are cool. You're getting 3 of them, even though they're just face plates, but you're still getting them. I think the only thing I would have been more happy to have gotten besides what they gave us would have been maybe either a stand, one of those SH Figure Art claw stands, or effect, you know, like a fireball effect or something like that for him. I think that would have been great, but I think that would have made the figure, you know, cost a lot more, because SH Figure Arts' pricing for figures are just all over the freaking place, if you ask me. I mean, you know, you look at that pan that came out, the pan from the superhero, tiny as heck as she is. I mean, yes, she looks great. She's got great articulation, got a bunch of hands, but I feel that it's so small and less plastic, but yet I believe that figure was what, like $80, and this is only 36. I don't understand why. Maybe because it's more difficult to engineer a figure that tiny, I don't know, but oh man, yeah, I'd rather get this guy than get that pan. So I don't know, maybe other people would disagree, but that's just me. But anyway, you know, price point aside, you know, it's a great figure. I like it. My first actual SH Figure Art Vegeta that I own. Other than that, I only own the Dragon Stars one, and I gotta say, this one blows that Dragon Stars out of the water. But again, 36 bucks, Dragon Stars 20, so yeah.
Yeah, I think this is a pretty good figure too. I like that. Comparing this one to the old one, this is very different. Not only because of the paint, but it's more matted than the old one, and it's really good. And I do agree though that I don't like the way that the legs are designed. They should have either made those gap fillers smaller or just take them out. But other than that though, the accessories are pretty good. I like how it comes with the extra cross arms. It's just really difficult putting them on. For accessory wise though, I think that's pretty good. Comes with a decent amount of stuff. Just wish it came in more because of the price. But other than that though, it's pretty good.
Alright, it's that time again for our rating. And as always, that rating is there on the left. And I'm going to go ahead and have to give this guy a rating of...
Alright, my rating is going to be...
Alright, and that's going to do it for our review on the SH Figure Arts Super Saiyan Vegeta. I'm Steel Wolf.
And Spider Kid.
Continue collecting, and remember, stay casual.